You know who I didn't see the fear in his eyes?
Who's that?
Jackson Churio.
Yeah, no doubt.
But now all of a sudden, Jordan Love is consistently in that top 5 quarterback conversation because he is, dare I say, the word elite.
Why are kids staying out to 1:30 in the morning?
It was homecoming.
What is going on at 1:30 in the morning for children?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You saw what Jason did there with the 6'7", trying to appeal to the Gen Z people. Always doing that, Jason. I get what you're doing there.
You're so annoying with that.
What?
This is Sunday Karma, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue. Alongside Greg Scalzo, Alex Strofe, and Kyle Wallace, here's Good Karma Brand's founder and CEO, Craig Karmazin.
And here we go. Another 2-hour journey through Wisconsin sports and life. No Greg Scalzo today. We have Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, and me to take you until noon as we get you ready for the Eastern Conference quarterfinal rematch. 2 years in a row, it's been the Pacers and the Bucks. This is the game that everyone in this entire community has been focused on for months and months. And today, it comes up. No?
Eastern Conference quarterfinal. I think that's the first time I've heard that.
Yeah, I think I made that up.
I think you did too.
Yeah. No, I'll be at the Bucks-Pacers game at 2:30 today. What
are you most looking forward to in that game? And that's a serious question.
Yeah, and it's fair. I think the most, and I disagree with Mark Cuban's take on tanking, where he just talked about, like, people don't care if you win or lose, and it's just the joy of being at a game and all that. For me, I do love just NBA basketball, but I'm most looking forward to the experience of being there with my daughter and her friends and our friends, and like it's just a fun experience to be at an NBA game.
Okay. I guess I'm.
Wait, do we not have Kyle? What's going on with Kyle?
We do have Kyle. We're just having a little technical issue that I'm walking him through. We're okay.
Okay. Nice.
So I guess
I'm saying, like, to me, like if you go to a restaurant,
oh boy,
and the meal is really bad, like to me that's not that different than going to a restaurant and the meal's really good.
What do you mean it's not that different?
To me, it's not that different.
What are you talking about?
Because for me,
you would know if the meal's good or if the meal's bad.
No, but for me, life is about the experience.
Sure.
And how memorable it is. And like, ultimately a bad meal, you could laugh more and have more fun and it could be more memorable than just a typical good meal. Now, I am invested in the Bucks in all ways possible. So when I go to games, I can be very frustrated if it's a bad meal. But it doesn't mean I can't have a memorable and fun time with the family, regardless of if they win, which I would presume they will do today.
You would presume that.
Yes.
What you've watched the last month.
Absolutely, I would presume that the Bucks will win today.
Look, I know Indiana's terrible, but I don't know that there's such thing as a guaranteed victory for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I'm not saying it's guaranteed.
But
by no means is it guaranteed.
But you're being presumptuous.
No, I'm saying Pascal Siakam is out. And by the way, Giannis could be out. We know KPJ is out.
Mm-hmm.
Usman Jang missed yesterday's game. Bobby and Miles Turner are both game-time decisions. But Neesmith, Nemhard, Shepard, McConnell, Toppin, all may be out for the Pacers. So who knows? Like, I've been at games, Pratik's listening. The Covington game, like there's a lot of games that can be memorable for different reasons.
I love your positivity. I love your optimistic spin.
And by the way, if the Bucks win, it's fun. If the Bucks lose,
they're only 7 games back.
We're closer to a better lottery pick.
Okay. I need to ask you a question, and you can answer it however you'd like. Are you enjoying this? I'm not enjoying this. I understand we can take the optimistic spin of, hey, we're going to have a better draft pick. This isn't fun, Greg.
Well,
I'm not having fun.
Dude, like in life, it's not all fun. Like there's like you realize that every game there's a win and a loss. Like there's going to be times where you're on the losing end of it, and it's about how is the loss and how are you building good habits to help you become a champion.
8 of 9, Craig. 8 of 9. They've lost 8 of 9.
Right. Right before that, they'd won 8 of 10. Like, it sucks. I get it. It's not a good team this year. It's a really, inconsistent, bad team, right? And I say bad team because of the record, right? When you're 10 games under 500, you're a bad team. The Bucks have been a good team for 10 straight years. That doesn't happen, very often in the NBA. So, like, what does it say about your resilience if when you have one bad year out of 10 years, you just detach and, you disconnect? Like, that's not
Craig,
resilience.
But Craig, it's not about resilience as a fan. We have the best player in the world on this team, and they stink. That's the difference, right?
No,
this isn't the Michael Redd, Andrew Bogut Bucks anymore, man.
Michael Redd and Andrew Bogut were both good and part of really good teams. But that's why you have to be resilient. It's like, oh, no, I have to choose how we're bad. No, it's a bad season. And as a fan, that's not what fans do. Fans don't disconnect.
I'm a Wisconsin sports fan. I'm a spoiled brat.
You are.
I have high expectations every year.
Right.
So this is not fun for me.
Right.
Losing 8 of 9 with the best player in the world who might have one foot out the door is not fun for me.
Again, fun isn't every minute of being a fan isn't fun, but that's why you do it. The pain is what makes it. Like, do you think like the Cubs fans when they won the World Series or the Red Sox fans after 100 years, it felt so sweet because every single moment was fun? That's not what leads into the sweetest moments in life. The sweetest moments in life are built on the adversity. And it's not just the Milwaukee Brewers type adversity that we've had of like, oh, that was tough in the National League Championship. Or, oh, that was tough in the wild card round when that happened, right? All of this is adversity that as a fan you go through. And it just so happens that Wisconsin teams have had a bye to the postseason, right? The Packers, Brewers, and Bucks have. When was the last time one of these teams did not qualify for the playoffs?
It's been a long time.
Was it
2022 for the Packers?
Aaron's last year with the Packers, so that Lions game?
Yeah, the Brewers have been in every year. The Bucks have been in every year.
So the last time the Packers, Brewers, or Bucks did not go to the postseason was week 17,
18.
right? Was
18.
it game 17? I was trying to think back then. Did they have 17 games already?
They did, yes.
Okay. So week 18, Sunday night football. Well, did they have that game on Sunday night? Even though it really only meant something. It felt like Sunday night to me, even though it
yes, I think it was Sunday night because the Lions needed things to go their way earlier in the day where they won.
But if the Packers won, they were still in.
Correct.
So it was a Packers, Aaron Rodgers win, and you're in. That was the last time a Wisconsin team missed the playoffs.
I'm spoiled. I understand.
Now, by the way, I'm not counting Marquette this year, obviously. There are others. But I'm talking about 3 professional sports teams.
Yeah.
If generally half the teams make the playoffs, less than half the teams in the NFL make the playoffs, right? Generally, though, half the teams make the playoffs. Baseball, less than half the teams. And Wisconsin teams, we're talking about 2023, 2024, 2025, 9 for 9 in the postseason.
Great.
When less than half, the odds are you should be 3 or 4 out of 9.
I guess I appreciate your positivity, but it's not helping me feel better because I don't have make the playoffs level of expectations.
I'm not saying that's the expectations either. I'm saying...
And the Bucks have been flat out sad in the postseason the last 2 years. And obviously there's injuries that come along with that. I understand. We can make all the excuses in the world. You have to be healthy. You have to be lucky. You have to be good to win championships, which they did 5 years ago. But they have the best player in the world. And we've been doing this. Will he stay? Won't he stay? Yada, yada.
Who's doing that?
Everybody is, Greg. I mean, you're smarter than that. We understand what's happening.
I'm saying doing that has been an irrelevant exercise.
I tend to agree for the most part, except now. I think post-trade deadline, it's the most real it's ever been because this is a test period for the Milwaukee Bucks. Is Giannis happy? Is he having fun? And does he think he can win? And clearly the last 2 weeks have been nothing but proof of you can't win here.
Well, we're not going to know what this roster looks like till after the draft lottery, after the draft.
I agree.
And at that point, we'll have a much better feel for this team. There'll be 3 first-round picks, including this year's pick, that are all of a sudden tradable. And then you could figure out what the roster is going to be. But my point in all of this is There is going to be adversity as a fan, and ultimately there are a lot of fans, and I'm not saying that's the bandwagon or the fair weather fan, that is going to disconnect during the adversity.
Yeah.
And there are other fans who lean in, and you think about how different people felt in 2021 when the Bucks won the championship. Everyone felt awesome. But I think there's people who remember watching like Bino Udra, like in the 2014 team when they were going 15-67 en route to the second pick in the draft in Jabari Parker that year, who were there during that season.
Did you see the picture of his knee this week?
No.
Oh,
Of Jabari Parker's?
Yeah, his knee went viral this week.
Oh, was it bad?
It's not good.
Usually something new or
No, he was playing. He's playing overseas somewhere, but there's a picture that went mega viral of his knee,
yeah.
and it's you feel bad for the guy.
Yeah. But
It'll always be a what if. Sorry to cut you off.
people were there when the Bucks lost to the Celtics, and people when the Sixers, like in the 80s, right? Like, and whether they lost when they were good or lost when they were bad, I think that's what being a fan is, right? It's staying connected through these days, this meaningless Sunday in March, in a season where there's nights where you probably think as a fan, do I care about this game more than the guys on the court do? Because they don't look as engaged as I am in this game. To me, that's what being a fan is.
Craig, this is what makes you a good leader. You're giving me an adversity spiel that means nothing to me.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. You're trying to sell it.
I'm not trying to sell it.
It's not going to work.
I'm not trying to sell it at all.
Kyle, is he trying to sell it?
You're asking me questions about my feelings of going to the game today.
Yeah, and I hope you have a great time with your daughter.
You could go on a boat with Kyle today. You could go on the cruise with Kyle.
I'm going to go to the grocery store.
We could have had a boat if we didn't listen to the meteorologist. 14, 18 inches of snow.
Oh, you're mad about the weather?
I told people, I said, yo, look at the weather. It says 40 degrees on Sunday.
Welcome to the show, Kyle. Is he selling us BS?
No, he's not selling us BS.
Wait, so you're optimistic about the Bucks?
No, I don't think
I still, by the way, remember being at that game when Robert Covington had 43 points.
He's not.
No, I just pulled it up. Thanasis had 12 in that game, by the way.
Craig's not optimistic. Craig is just saying that
positive.
He's saying we should just rally around our team. That's what it is, regardless of the results are. Either the Bucks make the playoffs or the Bucks have a chance to get a good draft pick. But at the end of the day, if you're a Bucks fan, you have to support them when they're up and you have to support them when they're down.
You and I are smarter than this. One thing matters. One.
No,
And
not
that's,
this year.
is Giannis going to be on the team next year or not? That's all that matters.
Oh, because you're not going to be a fan if Giannis isn't?
Of course I'll be a fan,
So
Craig.
then it's not one thing that matters.
They're going to
Everything
actually
that matters.
suck. I don't think they actually suck right now.
How Jericho Sims plays today matters.
No. Look at you
Everything
smiling
matters
at me.
as a
I'm
fan.
sorry.
I don't believe that.
I do.
Strofe, did you just say they don't actually suck? This team isn't good.
No, they're not good. They suck.
Bobby
But
Portis told you last week that it was fool's gold.
yes.
That's
And he
all
was
I
right.
need to know.
And he
Yeah,
was
I mean
right.
that's the team. The team was actually
But
in the last 2 months. The team was
level
worse
of
with
suck-
Giannis than without.
Kyle, the level of
record-wise.
suck this year doesn't matter as much as, say, a level of suck next year if Giannis is on the team. Does that make sense, or do I need to elaborate?
Yeah, no, I get what you.
Giannis has missed 31 games this
Correct.
year, which
And
is the
that's-
most
and that's why they
games of
suck.
his career. But I will say, I think I was hopeful, like, hey, we just went 8-2 and Giannis is coming back. If we beat the Bulls on Sunday and Giannis comes back for the Celtics on Monday, this team's ready to go on maybe a little run.
Craig, they're 6 games out.
No. I'm saying
last week.
that was two
Sorry, I'm
weeks
a
ago.
little angry.
Yeah, you're not.
What are you angry for? Listen.
I don't like losing, Kyle.
No,
losing
but
sucks.
We've won a lot, and the writing was on the wall such a long time ago. And at the trade deadline, when it seemed like Giannis may have been open to being traded, and the Bucks were actually, listening to offers, at that point, I said, okay, well, the future's up in the air. And if Giannis decides and the Bucks decide that there's going to be a breakup, not a divorce, going separate ways, then I'm just going to be thankful for what he did for the city of Milwaukee, and then I'm just going to look forward to what's next. And if Giannis decides to stay, then I'm going to be looking forward to Giannis staying and us hopefully keeping this draft pick and having a young, really talented person to team up with Giannis. And hopefully the second act of Giannis is better than what the last 3 years have been.
Right, or like the fourth act or something, right?
I guess the fourth act.
Because there was the Giannis is a young player and they're not super, super competitive. Then there was,
MVP
to
Giannis.
me, I feel like the run to the championship was kind of that second act. The third act was Dame Lillard comes in, and this to me feels like the end of the third act this season. and then next year hopefully becomes the fourth act
Now,
of
is he wearing
Giannis's Bucks career.
Okay, Giannis's Bucks career.
Yeah,
I was going to say, is he wearing Milwaukee or is he wearing a different city on his chest? Can I ask you a question? Real quick, Kyle. I just have a question for Craig because he's the biggest hoop head in this room.
Hoop head.
You like that? Is the Eastern Conference good?
Is that a statement about the shape of my head?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think the Eastern Conference is deeper than the Western Conference this year.
But is it good?
Yeah. Oh, it's really good.
Because I watched like the winning streaks that I think it's Orlando and Atlanta I think are both on really hot streaks.
Yeah.
But are those good teams?
Yeah. The problem is, I mean, we just saw the Hawks and they're a good team right now. The problem is that in the NBA, there's at least 9, maybe 10 teams that are trying to lose.
Sure.
And then you throw in another 1 or 2 teams that are just bad, right, that are trying to win. So you could put together these runs of wins without being an elite team.
Which
because
one are we?
It's just kind of
We're a bad team trying to win.
Yeah, we're a bad team trying to win.
Okay.
I think you could put us. There's really not a lot of them, by the way. So the only teams that I would categorize as bad teams trying to win
Is Golden State in that category?
is
I would believe
yes,
so.
it's Milwaukee, Golden State, and New Orleans are the only 3
Wait,
teams.
New Orleans trying to win?
Yeah,
trying to win?
yeah, those are the only 3 teams
I
in the
miss
NBA.
this?
I guess they
'Cause
have
they don't
no
have their
reason.
pick?
Yeah, they have no pick, so they're trying to win.
Trying to win.
So,
but
like
they can't
right
win.
now,
They're
Really bad.
as an example, they are not playing Jeremiah Fears and Derek Queen, who are rookies who
They're
they
not
should
playing,
be developing.
They're not playing Derek Queen anymore?
They're starting DeAndre Jordan over him because they're trying to win so bad. DeJounte Murray's come back, and
I saw he
and the
balled last
Pelicans
week, didn't
are starting to win games because they have no incentive to lose, even though they're literally doing it at the trade-off of not seeing their rookies. So the Bucks are only one of 3 teams in the NBA that are trying to win that are that bad right now, along
guess-
with Golden State, and Golden State is missing both Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry.
Right.
And the Pelicans have traded their draft pick, to either the Bucks or the Hawks, so that's why they have no reason to tank.
I guess I'm just trying to figure out the pitch to Giannis. And I don't know what that is. That's where I really get hung up.
What do you mean? Legends attract. We
That
already
is what
know
he said.
that.
That is what he said. Well
Right?
done.
He already said that. We know that. So,
But you're paying Damian Lillard $22 million still. You don't have money.
but there's always going to be waste of that in the contract.
The Miles Turner thing didn't work.
Right? But it shows.
How do you move off of that?
But again, Miles Turner is going to be a desirable player, whether it's for the Bucks or other teams.
Under this contract?
Yeah. This is not a wild contract for Miles Turner. Kyle Kuzma, is going to be an expiring contract going into next season. There are a lot of assets and a lot of things, and where I would point you to is a team that we just saw come through Milwaukee. Do you know which team that is? The Phoenix Suns.
Okay.
The Phoenix Suns
They're going to blow it up?
were considered absolutely dead in the water at the end of last year. They were seen to have the worst salary cap situation. They had the worst draft pick situation. They traded all their picks for KD. They weren't going to get a lot for KD. All of that. And Devin Booker, who is their Giannis, who is not as good as Giannis, I think we could all agree.
We can agree.
They just said, we're sticking with Devin Booker. We're going to build a team around him. We're going to have a bunch of guys who play really hard. And look at where the Phoenix Suns are right now, a year later.
Yeah.
Right? Like, nobody was talking about them in the preseason. They have a team that is playing hard,
They're not gonna
playing
win the
together. What'd you say?
They're not going to win a title.
No, not this year.
And do they have emerging pieces where they're actually going to trend? I know Dylan Brooks is on. He's hurt now.
Yeah, Dylan Brooks is
Your
hurt.
boy is Oso. Iguodaro.
Is he balling for them?
He's starting for them.
Yeah.
You call him my boy.
You're a Marquette guy.
Okay, yeah. I work for Marquette. I appreciate them when they're good. Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, we're now talking about fair weather fans.
no,
Craig.
I'm a bandwagon Marquette fan now.
I think, ultimately, Kaman Maluak, from Duke, who was their top, pick last year.
Oh, I remember
Remember,
him.
he was a big shot blocker.
Yeah.
He hasn't really played much. He did against the Bucks. He's a guy who, similar to where the Bucks are drafting this year, that's the kind of player you could end up with. And the fact that the Suns have been as good as they are, and the Suns are 11 games over 500 without contributions from him, show you what is possible. You need to get it right around the edges. But even the Suns, Jalen Green hasn't been that big a contributor this year, who they got in the KD trade. So, you don't need to get everything right when you have a team that is going to play hard every night, going to play together every night, and going to figure it out in a way that the 2025, 2026 Bucks clearly have not figured it out.
The 2026, 2027 Bucks won't figure it out either if they still got the same man calling the shots. I'll leave that at that.
And you're saying the head coach?
I'm saying retirement would be good. I think it should be encouraged.
Yep.
Maybe even a nice little retirement package. Now he's a great basketball mind, but there's clearly some issues that they have. So
we will talk more basketball, including the Badgers' tough loss, but it is March Madness week. Always so fun on Sunday Karma when we can look forward to an amazing NCAA tournament. I know it was a big end of free agency period, or end of the first part of free agency period for the Green Bay Packers, and World Baseball Classic is how we feeling tonight?
Dude, honestly, I love the USA, but I love the World Baseball Classic and the energy. I mean, it's
if you like the energy, the Dominican Republic,
Venezuela, Puerto Rico, even though they got put out, but I mean they have the juice. This makes it fun. I wish baseball's like this every game. Every game was like this.
Venezuela last night.
Oh, it was
big win.
Fantastic. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the highlights. Fantastic highlights to watch. Yeah. It's fun.
Andrew Fisher's a stud for Italy.
Yeah,
in the Brewers farm system.
That's what I asked you, Stroh. When are you gonna be up here, man? We're a year away.
Probably, yeah, a year away.
We're a year away.
27.
Could be a few months. You never know. We'll talk more about it all as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Don't miss a moment of the basketball tournament action this March at 3rd Street Market Hall. Home to your one-stop, must-stop viewing destination. 3rd Street Market Hall has over 20 locally owned food vendors, a 30 self-serve beer wall, over 50 HD TVs, plus game day specials. The perfect place to work remotely or catch a game between meetings or over lunch. 3rd Street Market Hall is your downtown home for basketball this March.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $14.98 with a 1-carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. March is that time of year when a lot of us are thinking about fresh starts and maybe even getting a tax refund. And instead of spending that money on something temporary, what if you invested it in something that improves your home for decades? Universal Windows Direct makes that decision easy. Right now, when you buy 2 windows, you get 2 free, and there's no limit. The more you upgrade, the more you save. Plus, you'll get 24 months with no payments and no interest. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today.
Looking up at the Marquette banners, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Number 15 retired in honor of Butch Lee. He finished in 78, and the number retired the next season. It's hard to believe that any player could ever equal what Butch Lee did at Marquette. Part of the national championship team in 77, and the Final Four MVP, and the next season, the consensus National Player of the Year. So much success, it's not necessary to bring up any statistics. Number 15, Butch Lee, did everything. Running a business means taking care of your team and your bottom line. For over 50 years, Saganiac Planning has helped small businesses build smarter, more affordable medical and employee benefit plans. From health insurance to customized coverage options, our experts make it simple to protect your people and your future. Saganiac Planning, your partner in planning confidence. Visit SaganiacPlanning.com or call John Saganiac Jr. today to get started. 262-783-6161.
Let's talk about home turf. Your lawn is a reflection of your pride, hard work, and even competitive spirit. If you want a yard that makes the neighbors stop and stare, you need the right plan. That's where Weedman Lawn Care comes in. Weedman's lawn care program is kid and pet friendly, uses golf course quality fertilizer, and has an effective weed treatment to dominate any issue. Get a free quote of Weedman's winning formula for your yard at weedman.com and get 50% off your first treatment. That's weedman.com. Weedman for the win.
People hear Horicon Bank and they think local instantaneously. Over the years, was able to help them in their later years when they needed some care. So I would say that was cradle to grave experience for me.
We encounter precious moments like this all the time. We have a trust administration department that can help.
Our motto is together as a bank and as an organization, and then doing good.
There's some amazing success stories of small business entrepreneurs who now are multi-million-dollar companies.
Horicon Bank, together doing good for 130 years. Member FDIC.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Give me your biggest takeaway.
One.
Oh, number one?
Yes.
With the bullet, it's not even close. Micah Parsons is the guy we thought he is.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Sunday Karma continues. It's always cool, like, because I'm around a lot during the week, just meeting people, whether it's advertising partners, just around. And everyone's always like, God, when I hear guys on Sunday, it's just like, you guys are just like talking sports. And he's like, I can't even imagine how much fun you guys, because what you say on the air, once you get to the commercials, you guys are probably even going deeper with confidential sports stuff, and the sports you guys are probably talking during the breaks is probably so interesting.
We are talking during the breaks. We're friends.
With your there's probably confidential Packer stuff.
So you hated this past commercial break, is what you're getting.
What? You're saying that's not what we do during commercial breaks?
It's not what we just did, that's for sure.
It varies. And
I think this wedding venue would be best. Oh, I think you guys are such a kind of couple. You're so trendy. You're so trendy and hip.
He's jealous. He's just jealous that he didn't get the opportunity, or he didn't choose to do the opportunity that we did. He tried to tell you why I get married. He said, "Well, you just say why get married."
Craig, let's find you a nice lady.
Let's
find you an eligible bachelorette.
My question is, are you invited to each other's weddings?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I work with them every single day.
Are you in each other's weddings? Are you going to get the...
Heavens, no.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely. We could not handle each other that close.
No, I mean, he's not. I mean,
You're a lot, Kyle.
I have a better chance of being in his wedding than he does of mine.
What's that mean?
I got too many long-term friends.
So
man.
do I. What is that? Is that a shot at my friendship?
Yeah, I think it is.
Kyle, I think Craig's got a better shot of being in my wedding than you. I couldn't handle
I'm not getting invited to your wedding, am I?
No, you'll be invited. You probably won't show up. But
Wait. Am I invited from the groom's side or the bride's side for your wedding?
Bride's side.
Bride's side?
You were on the bride's list before.
Okay.
Now, granted, she did make her list prior to mine.
Yeah.
But you were on there.
Okay.
She does have a fond respect of you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wait, I didn't even know they worked together like that.
They sat by each other. So full transparency, my fiance does work for our company.
Yeah, so she used to be near us and in the mix more.
And so she got a daily conversation with you, which I do not have the luxury / pain to have a daily conversation.
Exactly. So now, Kyle,
he recruited you for the show. I mean,
I love Craig.
Kyle,
once a week. I love Craig.
I feel like I'm on Kyle's invite list.
What do you mean you feel like? I gave you a save the date.
Oh, I didn't see it.
What do you mean you didn't see it? I handed it to you.
Oh, I didn't open it then.
Well, maybe I should. Should I mail it? Should I mail the actual invite to your house?
No, yes, or give it to my assistant or something.
You just got big shot on your wedding.
No, I don't get big shot.
You just got big shot on your wedding.
Listen, you just
you're not inviting his assistant. You're inviting him.
Invites are actually coming out this week. I got it. Well, this week we're putting in the order, so I actually do need an address. But no,
my mind is in a lot of places. I'm not focused. So if people just hand me something,
Craig, you
I
just
don't
big
open
shot
it.
at him. I think you need
it's not.
You need to acknowledge.
No, this is helpful.
No, this is actual practical. Like if it's going to end up on my calendar.
He's your friend. You've worked with him for 10 years.
I know, but if someone gives me an envelope, I'm going to put it down somewhere. I'm not going to remember it, and I'm not going to open it. That's just how my brain works.
That's fine. No,
that's neurodiversity. That's not big timing someone. That's understanding your own neurodiversity.
I'll talk to your assistant and ask her for your address, and we're going to get it mailed out. I'm glad. I literally, last night I was up to about 12:30 in the morning, and I was filling in different addresses. Like this guy told me to hand him his because he wouldn't.
So how many people?
I've told you my address 13 times.
Wait, so how many people? Are you guys like over 100, over 200? What are we talking
here?
Who
are you asking?
How many people are you inviting?
220.
Damn,
you're inviting 200
wedding.
Wow, so that means if someone isn't invited to your wedding, they should feel like you do not care about them.
No, they have to understand I had to draw a line somewhere.
Yeah.
Dude, you said you wanted a small. 220 is not small.
Well, that's our list right now. We have an A and B list. That's total.
You're so Ben Bruss. I can't. Dude, you are.
You
so
didn't make an A and B list?
No, I make an A and B list.
Dude, there's some people on my list where it's like I would like you there, but if we get a venue that can only fit, like we toured a venue yesterday that has 180 people, I can't invite 220 then.
Yes, you can. You think if you invite 220, 180 are going to come? Hells no.
The wedding guys that I've been talking to, like the event planners, have said it's only about a 10% no rate.
It's a little high.
They haven't met you.
Yeah, no, that's
fair.
That's how they get you.
I'm not going to argue with that.
That's how they get you.
But they also haven't met Jason Wilde.
Oh yes.
Do you guys know about the promotion we did for Wilde's wedding?
Are you inviting Wilde?
No, because Jason said that his daughter.
Yeah, well, that's what he said about my wedding.
And I'm not. No, he said that about all weddings. I'm not. No,
I'm not inviting.
Wait, do you know about Wilde's wedding?
No. What did y'all do for his wedding?
So we did a promotion called Wilde Wedding Crashers.
What?
Where for a month and a half.
Here we go again, Kyle.
People had what? What do you mean? Here we go again.
Oh, thanks for listening to KBN weekdays 2 to 5.
No. Well, let's hear about Wilde Wedding Crashers. Maybe the Strofe something crashers. Tell me about it. I want to hear.
Why? Did you already explain it?
No.
So then what?
Just go ahead. Explain Wilde's Wedding Crashers.
We're trying to get KBN Nation to crash his wedding.
Okay, so Wilde Wedding Crashers, we had a promotion. It was a 6-week promotion. You got points for doing each activity.
Oh.
And whoever got the most points got to come to Wilde's wedding.
This is good.
Yeah,
this is good.
Oh,
yeah.
Don't say that. Don't do that, Craig. You don't realize this boy was almost in tears.
I was not in
back
tears.
here over his wedding.
Over Ben's?
No, over. You know Ben Bruss. Ben tried to invite KBN Nation to Strofe's wedding. And Strofe was a little bit too much for Strofe.
We maybe at one point had 86 guests.
Yeah.
That my fiance was not thrilled about.
KBN Nation, we had 86 people say they wanted to go to his wedding.
That's nice.
That's awesome, isn't it?
It's great. It's great.
We should make it a competition, a Survivor.
I kind of like the idea of earning points. Then I could justify like
Strofe
4.
Survivor wedding series. Craig?
Wait, most importantly, Evan Cohen chimes in. So are you guys inviting Ben Bruss to your wedding?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He invited me to his.
Yeah. Did you go to his?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean,
I didn't remember you there. Sorry.
Wow.
I was the MVP of the wedding. That's what Frank Kaminsky told me that night.
Yep.
He's a lie. He loves to lie. I mean, that's
if he hadn't invited you, would you have invited him?
Oh yeah. I mean, I got friends and people I know. I'm not saying Ben's a friend. He's a teammate.
Yeah.
But I got friends who I didn't get invited to
your
their wedding.
friend.
And
Don't be weird.
I had to cut. Oh well, they had to cut the list down, and so I knew I didn't make it out of state, and so I was like, "That's cool," but I'm still gonna invite you because you're my boy.
Yeah, I like that.
So,
See,
I
Kyle.
got space.
Kyle's no A list, B list. He's either like you should be at my wedding or you shouldn't.
Well, my mom also gave me like 50 names.
I think the work that
Who did your mom?
Dude, my mom's doing that too. It's
really
insane. People I don't even know. Are you inviting people that your mom is friends with?
Did she
that
do
you
that
don't
to
know?
your bar mitzvah also, Kyle? Was she like, you need all these people, or was it like your bar mitzvah?
Tell me about your bar mitzvah.
Yeah, let me.
All right, we'll talk about it with Jason Wilde as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on Then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
We have standards in Wisconsin. Cheese should squeak. Sports and tailgating go hand in hand with brats aplenty. And beef is a delicacy where each bite makes you close your eyes for a second. For 50 years, Bunzel's has been hand-selecting the finest beef, making homemade specialty sausages, and crafting award-winning jerky right here at home. Because Wisconsin is still cattle country, quality isn't optional. It's expected. And after 5 decades, Bunzel's still delivers. Stop in today at 90th and Burleigh or at bunzels.com.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
Well, March hoops are here, and it is one of the best times of the year to be watching sports. And right now, download the Prize Picks app. Use code WI. You get $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Again, code WI, and suddenly every dunk, every three, every big performance matters even more. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If your picks are right, you cash in. You can build lineups across basketball, hockey, baseball, college hoops, whatever you're watching. I like the flexibility, too. With Flex Play, you can still get paid even if one pick misses. Want a bigger payout? Go Power Play. And with early payouts, if your player gets off to a hot start, you can cash out before the game ends. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Some companies build projects. At Professional Construction, Inc., we build relationships.
That means showing up early, taking pride in the details, and having each other's backs, on and off the job site.
We're looking for skilled carpenters who really care about their craft and want to be part of a team.
Not just another paycheck, but a place where the people you work with actually matter.
If you work hard, take pride in what you build, and want to join a tight-knit crew, then we'd love to meet you.
Apply today at professionalconstructioninc.com.
Wisconsin, let's keep this simple. If you've been patiently waiting for Yuengling to finally make its way here, thanks for hanging in there. If you believe a beer tastes even better after shoveling the driveway, mowing the lawn, or putting in an honest day's work, well, you're our kind of people. Wisconsin, it's finally here. Yuengling, oldest brewery in America, family owned and operated for 6 generations, and now officially in Wisconsin. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Whether it's breaking Packers news, breaking Bucks news, or breaking Brewers news, we are Milwaukee's place for the biggest sports stories right when they happen on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
And ESPN Madison, ESPN Milwaukee as well, where you could find us on YouTube. And you could also find this guy who was the host of the Wilde Wedding Crashers. It is Jason Wilde. Good morning, Jason.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Jason, what do you recall of Wilde Wedding Crashers?
Ooh, well, first of all, I just want to warn you guys, we are getting a thunderstorm of snow up here. So if the dogs start barking, I apologize because they don't like thunder. I remember it was a great promotion, and it went really, I mean, we went out to dinner with all the contestants.
Wow.
This was before YouTube became, something where we actually had our shows live and everything else. We did some one of our teammates interviewed Paula and I, and we assessed, how each Wedding Crasher couple performed.
So because as they got through this, there were different competitions along the way, but as it got close, they had an interview. They had to go out to dinner with the Wildes and really.
So I like this. This is fun.
Yeah,
because you got to know them.
Strofe don't.
Yes, and Nate and Amy Schlotthauer, I'll never forget their names.
Yes.
They're still friends of ours
Bingo.
now.
This is
They
what I
have
was gonna get to.
they have kids.
This is what we should do.
It was. This is now a promotion that was 17 years ago, so I don't think it would be unfair to bring it back as kind of everything. We're remaking all these different movies now. Why not remake? Just call it Strophe Wedding Crashers instead.
We're rebooting another a popular show from the aughts.
My goodness, and we could make
is
this
is that considered the aughts?
Well, Craig, I've told you for a long time, I think you should get into reality television. I think that is your next step as a businessman. And this could be a terrific reality show.
I just don't know that you're a compelling leading man in the show.
That's totally fair.
It's not about the leading man. It's the characters around them.
Right.
Let's be honest.
That's what
Ben
I'm saying.
Brust and
I think
myself are made for TV.
I don't know about Ben, but you certainly are. I will give you that.
And I will say that Wallace Wedding Crashers sounds more like Wilde Wedding Crashers. If you're really playing off the W, Wallace Wedding Crasher would be more appropriate.
He won't do it, though, is the issue.
Yeah, how many people we talking?
It's a couple.
One couple. I actually would be open to it, but the lady who I'm marrying would not be because, as I have said before, Jason, my mother is a wonderful, wonderful woman, but this isn't just my wedding. This is her party. It is a party for her, and there are a lot of names that she put on the list. She sent us a list with 50 names on it, and that didn't include my family, and some family I don't even talk to like that. If you add to family, you're talking about probably 80 names on the list.
So this is really Mama Wallace's wedding.
Yeah, me and baby girl have discussed that, and some wins and some losses here, and now we're getting down to crunch time, and we're having a conversation about cutting this list from 278. So. How do we cut it from 278, Mama Wallace?
The royal wedding, as Jason Wilde joins us on the Yuengling Hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now officially in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. So, Jason, we are through now the heart of the free agency season. And how you feeling about what the Packers have done through trades and free agency?
Yeah, I do want to know, as I said to Strofe this week when we were recording whatever version of Weekly Wilde we're calling this when it's not weekly during the off season, who are you and what have you done with Brian Gutekunst, right? You've traded for a soon-to-be 30-year-old linebacker. You have signed a 33-year-old defensive tackle. They have definitely done some things that, Goody, who did not have a 30-year-old on the roster other than his kicker and his long snapper a year ago, now has acquired two, and he may not be done because they still have holes to fill, and we're kind of into that free agent window where they like to go bargain hunting. So, look, I think they're better right now than they were when they were in Denver, and Micah Parsons hadn't gotten hurt. Tucker Kraft was already out, but Christian Watson was emerging? No, I don't think they're better. They lost, I would argue, the best or one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league, who obviously came through for them each of the last 2 years. We've seen Jordan Love miss time. When they lost that game to Baltimore, it wasn't because Malik Willis wasn't starting. It was because they gave up 307 rushing yards. So they're not better right now. They need to find some bargains on the free agent market, and they definitely need to have a strong draft, which has guys that can help them right away.
What'd you make of the Rasheed Walker signing in Carolina? 1 year, $10 million. They opted, obviously, not to bring him back, as you referred to a bit earlier. But I was shocked how low he was signed for, because I thought the going rate for him was going to be about double what he made on the 1 year deal.
Yeah, you're not the only one. I think the Packers thought that too, Strofe, and I'm sure that they are. Look, they never planned on bringing him back.
Right.
I mean, he knew that. We all knew that. But they were certainly rooting for him to get a nice, big, fat, multi-year contract so they could get a bigger draft pick in the compensatory process. Instead, he's probably going to get them a sixth-round pick. They'll still have 4 picks, but they're obviously rooting for Malik Willis to stay healthy and play the whole season for the Dolphins, because that'll increase that from a fourth to a third. I think Quay Walker's probably a fourth or a fifth. I think Romeo Dobbs is probably a fourth or a fifth.
Can you explain to me how that works? I don't understand. Is it a mixture of performance and what they're making?
Yeah, there's some people that have figured out the equation. I am not going to pretend that I have. But yes, it is snaps, it's performance, but the primary factor is how big the contract is, which is why you're seeing people be able to predict what it most likely will be for those departures. I mean, look, the Kingsley Enagbare signing is roughly the same as the Rasheed Walker one is, whereas the Packers' one true free agent, or I guess two true free agent signings, are smaller than both of those, right? I mean, the deal for Benjamin St. Juste is 2 years, $10 million, and the signing of Sky Moore was what, 1 year, $2.5 million.
Correct.
So, they can't get any more than four. So those two kind of cancel out, I guess, Kingsley and Enagbare, but they'll still end up with four. They just won't be as high as they expected. But yes, you've got the basics of the equation. I'm not going to pretend that I understand it any more than I understood second semester calculus at Madison.
Sky Moore feels to me like he won't be on the roster by week 6.
Okay, you and Jason are both on this boat, and I was just about to ask Jason why he seems down on him. Jason, you seem down on Sky Moore.
No.
Yeah, because someone texted in our pre-show thread, like, Sky Moore, sneaky good, like, could he be? It
I'm
just
high
doesn't.
on him, Kyle's high on him, you're low on him, Jason's low on him.
Yeah.
And Jason, I don't think you need to say you're not low on him, because you said it feels more like McCole Hardman than it doesn't when we talked on Thursday.
Yeah, what I think I said, and I'll have to go check the tape if you're going to quote me, is that it could be McCole Hardman.
I don't think so.
I mean, but you're looking at this through your hopeful Packers.
Are you saying, Strophy, are you saying he's going to be a player who plays offensive snaps,
no,
as a return
just
guy?
a returner. I'm not expecting him to be Devin Hester or Josh Cribbs by any means.
Do you expect him to be Rashid Shaheed?
No.
Oh,
well, that's unfair. Also,
is it? Or didn't they just sign him? From my perspective, they just signed him as a pure specialist to have an opportunity to maybe get rid. I don't think they're looking for a receiver where McCole Hardman felt like they were trying to double dip and get a guy that could be a guy they can use in the backfield or use as a receiver in the slot or whatever it is in a returner. Where I thought this was just a specialist.
Ding, ding, ding! I totally agree.
Yeah, I'm not sure they saw McCole Hardman as a double dip guy either, though. Like he again, he was pretty frail, frankly. Like he was always, I remember when he was coming out of college, like he's really skinny. Like standing next to him, obviously I'm not skinny, but he was very skinny. So I wondered about his durability. Now, the thing with Sky Moore, and look, I'm not the one saying this about Sky Moore. Kyle Shanahan said it at one point last season. Like, he takes so many hits, and I just always worry about him if he's going to get up after them. And he has gotten up after them. My point to you, I think, is what I brought up from what Andy Reid said when they traded him in training camp about what an opportunity it was for Sky Moore. But also, he had kind of lost his nerve as a return man in Kansas City. He'd fumbled a couple of balls. Like, I just feel like I am not anti-Sky Moore by any stretch. What I am is, it feels like being a return guy is a fickle job. And 1 year you're really good, and then the next year you're not. And it can ebb and flow and disappear on you quickly. I mean, we talked, I think, you and I, Strofe, about Desmond Howard. I'm not saying he's Desmond Howard. But frankly, Desmond Howard was Desmond Howard in 1996, and then when he came back in 1999, he was the same name, but not the same return guy.
Well,
they had a guy.
And Jason, we're talking about one of the guys, and I was the one who you're getting thrown under my bus of like me saying he wouldn't be on the roster by week 7 or whatever. But he's one of only 3 players this past year in the NFL to be top 10 in both kickoff return average and punt return average.
But Jason's going to tell you that a 98-yard return balloon those numbers.
Right. So I'm saying it
but
is.
that's what those do, right?
But it also has a balloon impact.
Return,
it has a balloon impact. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, it should balloon it because it has that big of an impact on the season.
Because you want a guy who can do that. Yes, absolutely. I'm just, again, Strobe, I am not ruling out the fact because they needed to do this, as I think I also said. This is
they're not paying them anything. It's no big deal.
It's super cheap.
Right.
It's super cheap.
It's less.
And again, I think
it's
week,
less than 1% of the salary cap. It's a great move, but I'm saying just don't count so much on it because I'm with Jason. It's fickle. And remember the entire but the entire 49ers receiving core was so busted up last year, and he couldn't.
I don't care about the wide receiver aspect.
But what I'm saying is, to me, if he was that much of a weapon, as desperate as the 49ers were for any playmaker, Brandon Ayuk didn't take a snap the entire year, right? Samuels was gone. Juwan Jennings was hurt. Like everyone, Ricky Pearsall, right? Everyone was hurt. I'm just saying, if he was this elite of a weapon, I'm just saying, as much as I respect Shanahan, what?
Elite is probably a little strong.
Well, he was one of only 3 guys to be top kick and punt, so he was an elite return weapon, I'll say, in the NFL last year. But if he was an overall elite weapon, I just think they would have found more ways to get the ball in his hands last year.
I guess I can't argue with that. I think that's a fair point by you. But I just think this past week, right, we're almost 7 days into free agency. I think this is day 6. The whole week should be viewed through the scope of, is Brian Gutekunst admitting the shortcomings? Is he admitting his wrongs? And I think by trading Rashawn Gary, cutting Nate Hobbs, trading for a linebacker, adding a defensive tackle, adding a pure kick returner is him admitting to the fan base.
Adding Aaron Jones.
Well, that didn't happen, unfortunately.
Is that not happening?
No, unfortunately.
Giving Aaron Banks $43 million in a 12-month span.
Well, yes. I guess, is that a good thing, Jason? Or are you saying that's the antithesis of what I'm arguing?
I don't know if that's a good thing. That's a lot of money.
But you didn't save anything by moving on from him, so I guess you might as well do whatever you can.
Actually, you would have saved $4 million. You actually would have saved $4 million, but again, you would have had another hole on an already hole-filled offensive line. Look, to put a bow, as Tausch would say, on Sky Moore first, I think Craig nailed it. It's a low risk, low cost, and if he is the return guy that he was last season for the 49ers, it is money well spent, even if he never plays an offensive snap. While he was in the top 10 in both categories, the Packers were 23rd in kickoff return and 32nd. The only thing that kept them from being worse is that there's only 32 teams in the league.
Yep.
So this is good. Okay, I don't want anybody to misconstrue us, getting after Goody on this one, because this is a good thing that they did. The issue is it sounded like your hope for what he is going to do was a little bit higher than Craig's in mind. That's all. Okay. Now, in terms of your point about what they did, yes. I mean, first of all, free agency, we've talked about this a million times. Free agency, what it's there for when you are a draft and develop team is to fix your mistakes, right? Or in the case of the Packers with this 2022 draft, fill some holes that are created by guys you let walk, right? And they were never paying Quay Walker what he got to go to Vegas, and they were never paying Rasheed Walker anything because they were ready to move on from him. So
they were ready to move on to him after they lost to the Browns. We know that.
Yeah,
we know that.
After his undefeated remark, which then he never spoke to us again because he blamed us.
Oh, he didn't speak to you the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think he did like one or two. Like he wasn't. Yeah, it didn't feel worth me even trying most of the time. But because then if he did talk to you, he responded with like monosyllabic answers. So it was pretty much a waste of time. So yes. So look, I think they got a lot of work to do though. I think Brad Nortman said on KBN with you two about how this is the most important offseason of Goody's tenure or something to that effect. I hear it in a promo all the time too. I still think there's a lot of work to be done. And, we remember the Devondre Campbell signing. You brought that up when we were taping, Strofe. Like, That's a guy who they got in June for next to nothing. And now he went off the deep end later on in his career, but that first year after they signed him, he was a first-team All-Pro. Now, does that happen very often? Zach Baun is another example of a guy who turned out to be that in his first year with Philly, but he needs to have some of those hits. He needs Zaire Franklin to be a really good player. He needs Javon Hargrave not to be, 2022 or 2021 Javon Hargrave when he was with Gannon in Philly, but he certainly can't afford to have him drop off the table. Right? Without Kenny Clark on this team, without Colby Wooden on this team, with the inconsistency of how Devontae Wyatt stays healthy, like they need Hargrave, who's been pretty durable for a guy his age, to play a lot. So there's a lot of – it just feels to me like where we stand today, they're still a good team, but they've got work to do, and they don't have a lot of margin for error. That's kind of how I view it.
I disagree. I think the Packers are in such better shape than everyone else thinks.
I'm with you, Craig.
Like they're getting
why
their big acquisitions are Tucker Kraft and Micah Parsons.
Sure.
Like these guys,
Zach Tom, Devontae Wyatt. Like they get all the guys that.
Well, wait a minute on Zach Tom. We don't know what his timeline is going to be. One of the reasons why Rasheed Walker ended up in Carolina is because their starting left tackle tore his patellar tendon in a playoff game on January 17th, and then Yash Nyman retired on them unexpectedly. That's how Rasheed Walker ended up there. I'm sorry, if there is one place where I will push back on Craig on this, it's where their offensive line is going to be. Because is Sean Ryan going to make a big jump after 9 starts at center last year? Hopefully. Is Anthony Belton going to be a better offensive lineman as a second-year guy with that first-year to second-year jump?
Yes.
Hopefully. Is Aaron Banks going to stay healthy, or is his body going to break down? And is he going to play at the level that was worth $43 million? Hopefully. Is Jordan Morgan a legit left tackle now that he's playing the position that he walked into the building saying, I want to be the left tackle when he was drafted, and then never really played left tackle with any consistency? Hopefully. Like that, I'm sorry, that's a lot of hoping on the offensive line. And that is a place where everything can go to hell if you aren't good.
Agreed. I just think like we've seen the Rasul Douglases and you can in the NFL there's enough talent out there that you can find replacement level players. I think the Packers.
What offensive linemen have you seen them do that with?
Didn't they do it this year with like 2 of them? Like
Kennard thought he might be decent, but then he couldn't get on.
Every time they needed him to play, he finished a game, and then they never started him again.
This wasn't a good year for the offensive line. But I will say, Jason, one thing that I do love is when you bring in a guy like Zaire Franklin and Javon Hargrave, you're talking about guys who have maturity. You're talking about guys that play at a high level. And one thing that even when you talk to Evan Williams, the key thing he said is that we lack maturity. So bringing in a guy who's about to be 34, a guy for Quay Walker,
really good point, Kyle.
Where I feel like there's a nice swap out of leadership between Quay and Zaire Franklin. Bringing in a Javon Hargrave.
There's just a lot of unknown.
All those panicky moments.
It's a good point.
All those panicky moments from last year that led to, obviously the 2 Bears losses, but you could argue a few more should be better this year.
Cowboys tie, I think, is another example.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And maybe even a better special teams coach. I don't know if you could do that this year.
Craig, you would be a better special teams coach.
All right.
Oh, come on.
Jason, we appreciate you as always and the inspiration around Wilde Wedding Crashers as Kyle and Strophe will be fighting to have fans of KBN and Sunday Karma attend their wedding, I'm sure. Thanks, Jason.
All right, guys. Have a good day. Take care. Be good.
There is Jason Wilde, and he joined us.
What was that?
I was thinking of 2 things at once.
You were thinking about how cool it was that Jason was able to join us on the Yuengling Hotline. Now officially in Wisconsin, you can get Yuengling beer. That's right, family owned and operated for 6 generations. DG Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
I'm stuck on monosyllabic.
Having 1 syllable?
Is that what that means?
You really couldn't figure that out?
Mono means 1.
Jason was down on my Packers today.
Oh, he was really. It was great. Great appearance by Jason.
I don't feel good. I don't
Kyle,
feel
it's
good.
March, okay? We got a lot of things to figure out.
Well, it's March. It's optimistic time.
Now,
You should be optimistic.
I will say,
I'm optimistic for the Packers right now.
Craig accused me of my Packers lenses before, but I would say I'm a little bit down. I think they're still a good team. I think they're a playoff team by all means. I think they can compete for the NFC North title. The offensive line scares me a little bit. After watching the film, I watched film this week, Craig. Isn't that a scary sentence?
Yeah. We got to figure out more for you to do.
I watched Jordan. That's fair. I watched Jordan Morgan tape because he played left tackle Week 18 against Minnesota. He was bad.
Yeah.
And he's going to be the
You're
left
watching the All-22s?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
He thought he was going to be a franchise left tackle.
Do you think that's not part of my job, or that is part of my job? Watching tape.
I just think you right now don't have that much credibility based on your weightlifting and combine. That I don't know that that's the lane right now
So
you
what
should
do
be
you think it
leaning
is,
into.
What do you think it is?
Maybe more of a comedic lane if you could develop a sense of humor potentially.
If I could develop a sense of humor.
That's wild.
What does that mean?
Oh,
that is
what?
wild.
Oh, you're saying you already have one?
Well, I think you're claiming I don't.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not as close to the situation.
That's crazy.
What?
You just told the producer not to watch sports, but maybe he should go down a comedy lane. That's crazy.
Should I try stand up?
No, please don't.
Kyle, you're close to the situation. Does he have a sense of humor?
He
that
could
doesn't
be-
sound like a yes.
hesitation isn't
All
good.
right, we'll have more Sunday Karma as we continue on ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All the antics.
We had the same situation when I played with Holmgren.
You okay?
I almost broke my chair.
Yeah, you almost fell out of your chair there.
All the action.
Micah Parsons is healthy, and if Tucker Kraft is healthy, the Packers are in that Super Bowl. I think that they would have run through the NFC. I think they beat Seattle. I think that they are the NFC representative in that game.
The best of both worlds lives right here. Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Looking up at the Marquette banners, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Number 44 was the first number retired in December of 1961. Don Kojus didn't have to wait long since his last game was earlier that year. Still Marquette's all-time leading rebounder, and it'll stay that way till the end of time. And he did it in only 3 seasons. A side note, Kojus was such a great leaper that Dr. J picked him as the second best dunker when they played in a pro exhibition. Yes, Dr. J picked himself first. Network Health knows that good health knows no age limit. That's why they offer superior local health plans for individuals of all generations. Whether you're a young professional, a growing family, or enjoying your golden years, plan is designed to meet your unique healthcare needs. For more about Network Health's business, individual, or Medicare Advantage plans, call Eric Pearson, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Eric, 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
Don't let a busted garage door get you down. Call my friends at Geist today. For 70 years, Geist has been the trusted garage door authority in Wisconsin. With brands like CHI and LiftMaster, they have doors for every budget and will even build custom designs to get your exact needs. For swift and reliable garage repair solutions, go to geistdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. You can also visit their amazing showroom in Brookfield, featuring hundreds of doors and openers and their custom design room.
Don't think twice. Call Geist.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
I'm Coach Greg Gard. Building a winning team takes more than talent. It takes preparation, strategy, and the right partners. The same is true for building a successful business. That's why I'm proud to work with Bank CMG. They understand what Wisconsin business owners need. Smart banking solutions, local decision-making, and a partner who is invested in your success, not just in your account balance. Whether you're looking to finance equipment, manage cash flow, or expand your operations, Bank CMG has the experience and flexibility to help you grow. They're not a big national bank where you're just another number. They're a community bank where you talk to real people who understand your business and your market. I've spent my career building teams. Bank CMG helps Wisconsin businesses build theirs. If you're ready to work with a bank that gets it, visit bankcmg.com/business. Let's build something great together.
Bank CMG is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into The Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2 right here on 94.5 ESPN.
You're listening to ESPN Milwaukee on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Look, it's Jake from our store in Kenosha.
Hi, Monica. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Rick.
Your email said you had a big surprise.
Look and tell me what you see.
Wow, I see 9 perfect examples of the classic diamond solitaire engagement ring.
They're gorgeous.
These rings are exactly what people imagine when they hear the words engagement ring.
Monica, do you think it will always be like that?
Evermore.
That long?
And each of these is 3/4 of a carat.
$998.
Unbelievable. So how much do we sell them for?
That is how much we sell them for.
Can we do that?
We're the largest employee-owned jewelry company in America, Rick. We can do anything we want.
But for how long?
Evermore.
People can choose any of the 9 most popular style solitaires, 3/4 of a carat, and each of them was created in the heart of a miniature star.
5 different diamond shapes, 2 colors of gold. Evermore, just $998.
Or $1498 with 1 carat diamond center with diamonds on the side.
Learn more at KesslersDiamonds.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 2 windows, get 2 free in 24 months with no payments or interest plus $500 off. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, I'm Reba McEntire. In life, you'll hear a lot of people tell you that you can do anything you want. I'm here to tell you that's true. Since I was a little girl, I dreamed of becoming a successful singer and entertainer. It took a lot of hard work, dedication, and perseverance to find my success, but it was worth it. I never gave up on my dreams. Remember, you can never have a dream come true until you've had a dream. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Continuing on Sunday Karma, only 52 minutes and 20 seconds to go on this beautiful Sunday afternoon, which...
Time flies, man.
I was watching a lot of high school. I decided to skip college and go straight to high school. So,
All right.
So I watched some NBA action.
In high school.
And then I watched high school.
How was it?
I watched a little of the ACC finals.
Virginia and Duke?
I didn't watch the end of that Dayton game. I wish I had. That was crazy.
That's absolute Michigan and Wisconsin, absolute march. I love this time of the year.
But Kyle, Whitefish Bay.
Yeah.
I was watching my Golden Beavers against your Dukes last night.
Yeah, I knew
that game was wild. Were you watching?
No, I just saw the ending.
But we're watching.
But
that was a game.
But I was a little nervous for my Whitefish Bay Blue Dukes, the Lady Blue Dukes.
You were not nervous for them. You'd be watching the game if you were nervous for them.
I was nervous going into the game because Beaver Dam over the last, I would say, 4 years have had a really good basketball program.
4 years, longer than that.
They were down last year, but they're back up this year.
But they've produced great players And so I'm just like, okay, well, this is a pretty good
Beaver
program.
Dam
It's our
had
first
them.
state championship.
Two missed layups late.
Yeah.
Well, we
and
were
then,
up, weren't we up like 12?
Yeah,
Well,
so they had a great
Rowan
comeback.
Council
Unbelievable
missed
game.
2 front ends of 1-and-1. She's an 85% free throw shooter. So
she had an awesome game.
So yeah, she had an awesome game on both sides of the ball. Like she ended up making the key defensive play to win the game.
Oh, that was her playing defense?
She's a really good player.
Yeah, she was good. I mean, the whole squad. I mean, both teams played. It was as even a game as you can get. Beaver Dam missed 2 makeable shots. Whitefish Bay wasn't taking care of their free throws at the end.
Look at you, Mr. High School.
It was great. It was a fun game.
Yeah.
I got my tickets booked for next weekend.
Yeah,
You going?
do you?
D1 and D2. I'm going to go to the Saturday night games.
All right, yeah.
Our guy Steve Collins and Madison Memorial punching their ticket back for the first time in a while. Steve Collins has been a huge contributor on our Prep Mania side at ESPN Madison for years and years, but won't be able to help this year because he's coaching. So happy for Steve and happy for Memorial, but should be a fun tournament.
Well, I mean, Wisconsin Lutheran
dude.
will be
They're a juggernaut.
They're unbelievable this year.
Well,
unbelievable.
I mean, this year?
Well, yeah, they are the New England Patriots of Wisconsin high school
Well,
hoops.
they got one family that's elevating them to the
They have
level
3 members of the Knippel family right
And the
now,
cousin.
right?
And the
Because
cousin.
that's what I'm saying, including the cousin,
Yeah.
right? I'm saying
So 4.
Well, they have 2.
Xavier Zins, is he's
Yes,
their cousin?
that's their cousin.
Yeah. So they have 3 who are playing, and then others coming up, right? Cash is in 8th grade still.
My little cousin, they should have. I don't know why the Warden family didn't just stay at Wisconsin and Lutheran. We could be having some.
What is going on right now?
I mean, my little cousin was at Wisconsin and Lutheran.
Where'd he go?
He ended up transferring to Rufus King
Because he
had a great
wasn't
career.
getting minutes.
No,
because Lutheran
Why'd he
was too
transfer?
stacked.
Why'd he transfer?
He transferred after his freshman year
Well,
because he was on
Tom, we're not
JV.
airing his dirty laundry. Come on now.
It's not dirty laundry, I don't think.
I don't know why he transferred. He should have stayed there. I don't know why.
How old is he now?
He plays at Memphis now.
Oh, well, he's not even in high school. Why does it matter?
Well, because it would have been Henning Khan, and his little brother would have went there. His little brother would have been probably on the bench.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway,
sorry, Kyle.
Wisconsin high school basketball last night in Green Bay. It was crazy how I was listening for a little while on Daily Dodge Radio in Beaver Dam. I was watching the WIAA's coverage, on video that I believe comes from WKOW in Madison. Everyone was just so over the top about the weather, and the weather never really happened by me last night, right?
I wasn't thinking about this weather. When somebody told me 14 to 15 inches, I said, where? I looked at the weather. I said, I know, listen, I ain't the smartest tool in the shed, but when I see 34 degrees and 40-something degrees, I ain't worried about snow. Nah, this ain't Green Bay, but I said, nah, it ain't gonna snow. I heard a little hail last night. That's about it.
Well, so we're still looking at 2 to 4 inches.
When? Tomorrow? It got to be tomorrow. Because it's
starting at 10
today.
p.m.
There it is.
tonight.
10 p.m. Oh, I could totally go to the grocery store.
Mixed precipitation expected. Total snow accumulation 2 to 4 inches. Ice accumulations around a lake lays. That's dangerous. Winds gusting as high as 45 miles an hour. That's for Kenosha, Milwaukee, Racine, Walworth, and Waukesha from 10 p.m. this evening to 4 p.m. Central Time Monday.
Craig, you know what you ain't got to worry about?
Plan on slippery road conditions. Areas of blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. The hazardous conditions
what are
could
we doing
impact
right now?
the Monday morning commute. We're here to be a public service.
Lazica.
Yeah, we're here to be a public service. We want to make sure we're take action, urgency within the next hour. Execute a pre-planned activity
we should
as
have Debbie on the
instructed.
show.
We should.
She's a traffic reporter. She's not a weather
She does
reporter.
weather too. Do you not listen?
She reads the weather, but she's not a
Right, but it's
meteorologist.
still Sunday, people are out and about. She should do traffic updates for the show.
Okay, now you're trying to make people work more. What's wrong with you?
Right, I need to work more.
No,
I'm not allowed to do it.
I'm saying you need to work better.
Well, Greg, one thing you know, if me and Stroff will be here tomorrow, no days off.
I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here Tuesday. I'll be here Wednesday. I'll be here Thursday. I'll be here Friday.
There's only one time I missed Sunday Karma when I wasn't planning on not being here when my
Didn't you have a flood at one of your buildings or something?
One of my house.
Yes.
I had a
in the
flood.
basement when I had to produce and host. Good stuff.
One of Kyle's Kyle has all this real estate, so you never know if it's one of his
don't know what you're
houses or one
You
of the other
save any
ones he
lost
owns.
puppies recently, Greg? Any lost puppies?
We'll update you on that as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You bid, they benefit. It's that simple. WTMJ's Kristen Bry here to tell you that WTMJ is hosting a silent auction for the Milwaukee Diaper Mission. And the auction is live now. Bid now at WTMJcares.com. Bid on game-worn Giannis gear, a signed bat from Brewers slugger Andrew Vaughn, and a golf foursome at Morningstar Golf Club. You score something amazing, local families get the diapers they desperately need. Auction closes Friday. Bid now at WTMJcares.com.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
Come grow with us at Glenroy. For more than 6 decades, our family-owned company has built its reputation on quality, reliability, and providing strong career opportunities in our community. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Here, you'll find competitive wages, a clean, modern workspace, fully vested 401k, yearly bonus award, and the chance to build a manufacturing career with purpose. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
I'm Coach Greg Gard, and I've spent my career teaching young men the fundamentals of basketball. Preparation, hard work, teamwork. But here's what else I've learned. Those fundamentals don't apply just to the court. They apply to life, and they apply to your finances. That's why I believe in Bank CMG. They're a community bank built on the same values, helping people prepare for the future, building wealth one smart decision at a time, and staying rooted right here in Wisconsin. Success doesn't happen by accident. It takes a game plan, it takes discipline, and it takes a partner who understands your goals. Whether you're saving for your family, buying a home, or planning for retirement, Bank CMG has your back. They're not just here to handle your money, they're here to help you grow it. Visit bankcmg.com or stop by your local branch. Let's get to work.
Bank CMG is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Wisconsin, let's keep this simple. If you've been patiently waiting for Yingling to finally make its way here, thanks for hanging in there. If you believe a beer tastes even better after shoveling the driveway, mowing the lawn, or putting in an honest day's work, well, you're our kind of people. Wisconsin, it's finally here. Yingling, oldest brewery in America, family owned and operated for 6 generations, and now officially in Wisconsin. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
We don't just cover the green and gold. We cover the green and gold. Your home for Green Bay football talk on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app. More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is the number one sign that spring is coming. It is the Analysis Live coming March 27th. And it's, it's kind of like the thing you do when Wisconsin winter is coming to an end. New venue this year at the Riverside Theater. The cool thing is, I know you guys are, Strophy, you're a big wrestling guy.
I am. Woo!
So you're excited about Ric Flair. I'm excited for the surprise guests, right? Like, think about what you've had at the Analysis Live.
Right.
The first year, I don't know, like, I didn't think you could ever top the idea of Stephen A. Smith showing up in Milwaukee, like, for free on your ticket, basically.
Such a great moment.
Stephen A. Smith walks on the stage. It was insane. Like, last year then, I think the biggest surprise you had was Giannis showing up.
Fresh off the hospital.
Yeah, coming from his wife having the baby and him having the baby 4 hours earlier with his bracelet on.
I love when he sat down and he goes, yeah, I just woke up.
Yeah. Dude, Giannis shows up. Bobby Portis. Last year, Robin Lopez flew in to surprise Brooke Lopez.
What a moment. He was unbelievable last year.
Yeah, the surprise guests to me are so off the chart every year.
It's just such a can't-miss event.
Yeah, you can get your tickets now. Go to taliveshow.com. That is taliveshow.com. You can see Ric Flair, who will be headlining with the NASAs this year, and there will be your surprise guests, as always. Whether it's Milwaukee legends, nationwide stars, you never know who's going to walk on the stage at the Analysis Live. Be there at the Riverside Theater, March 27th. Go to taliveshow.com for tickets.
I was actually I was sending some emails in the break about this show. It's going to be so fun. You been to the Riverside, I assume?
Yes.
It's such a cool venue. Really looking to see what we can do with Analysis Live, and you should join us. March 27th, as Craig said. taliveshow.com is the website for tickets.
So, last four in, first four out. There's two big names on this list. Last four in, I see Miami of Ohio, one of number 2 on the last four in list.
Which is ridiculous to me, but that's beside the point.
Okay.
Ridiculous in which direction?
Wait, now guess who number 2 is on the first four out?
Auburn?
Yes.
So what you want to see is the 11 play in round of 68 between those two teams? Because
What
of the
I'm
Bruce
saying
Pearl
is,
comments?
who do you think deserves to be in and who do you think deserves to be out between those two teams?
I'm going to flip it by asking you a question. Would you rather see a 15, 16 loss team in the SEC? Or would you rather see a team that had a perfect regular season? Who would you rather see in the tournament? Small school, underdog story.
I think I'd rather see Auburn.
What?
You're full of crap.
What?
I'm
You're
an
full
Auburn.
of crap.
I'm an Auburn fan.
Well, it's not about
because of Bruce.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean Bruce Pearl's was a Milwaukee guy.
I know, and I like Bruce for the most part.
And by the way,
but
so
his comments are,
so
and that's why if you do the round of 68 thing, I can get down with that.
They
but,
lost.
They should be in.
So Auburn lost by their 4 losses out of conference.
That number keeps going up, Craig.
Were to number 1 Houston, number 7 Michigan, number 2 Arizona, and number 6 Purdue at the time. So those are some pretty good losses. They beat Oregon. They beat St. John's.
Oregon's not a tournament team.
Okay, they beat St. John's, who just won the Big East tournament. They beat Arkansas in the regular season. They won at Florida. Like, you're talking
They're
about
a 16-loss team.
Right. I understand.
They're 11th in the SEC, which is not the best conference in the country.
Would they have had an undefeated regular season in the MAC conference?
Yes.
No. Going undefeated is hard.
I agree. I'm not trying to take anything away from Miami. I'm just saying when you play in the Big 12 or you play in the SEC, look at the tournament the last few years.
They lost 7 of 8 in the month of February.
Look at the tournament the last few years. Teams like that have gone to the Sweet 16.
No, this team ain't going. Their quad 1 wins are lackluster. They don't have they have a couple.
They haven't.
What do you mean? They have 4.
They have 4.
They have 4, but they have so
4.
many quad 1 losses.
Right.
But what have you done for me lately?
Again,
the month of February, they lost 7 of their 8 games. Craig.
They absolutely struggled. I understand.
That's the most important month not named March.
Yes.
And they lost 7 of 8.
Right. And most of those are to tournament teams, if not all of those are to tournament teams.
They were pretty much all.
Tennessee, Alabama, right? I mean, Oklahoma, not so much. But most of them are to tournament teams. My point is, and Homer's been saying this for years, like, Auburn should be there, and Auburn could be a team that goes to the Sweet 16. I don't want Miami not
Why,
to be there.
You're a fan of rewarding mediocrity? Is that what you're admitting right now? In Sunday
No,
Karma?
I'm a fan of playing against good teams.
17-16 isn't good.
Miami didn't play against good teams.
Miami's 31-1.
They didn't play against good teams, and I'm saying I want Miami in also.
I mean, they were undefeated
That's
in
good.
quad.
Then I can be like, I can tone
Wait,
it down.
Miami was
undefeated in their quad 2 games.
What were they in their quad 1?
0-0.
Well,
I'm playing
you
anybody.
know,
Right.
But I don't care. 31-0
Right, so that
is
means,
unbelievable.
So that means
that's
they
a
just
team-
lost to an 8 seed in the MAC tournament in March,
No,
which you're saying is the most important month.
They won a lot of games
31-0.
in March, but they choked that last.
So the
game.
tournament doesn't matter then, you're saying.
Well, that's what the committee is showing us.
Most people say the conference tournament barely matters.
The bracket was
unless
determined
you
on
win it.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Wait, so you don't think the conference tournament should matter more than?
Well, I think they should matter, but it doesn't.
Excuse me. They're already going to have stuff determined before the Big Ten. Well, usually the Big Ten tournament
it's
has
over.
going on.
Right,
Like,
but
Michigan's a 1 seed. Purdue's
the
what,
most
a 3 seed?
impactful single game of this NCAA tournament season might be that Miami-Ohio game, right? Because everyone was looking to see if they'd be undefeated and what that would mean.
You said you're down with them in, right? Like you're good with them getting.
I'm saying they should be playing each other.
In the round of 68.
Yes, in the round of 68. That's why.
I mean, that's
why you have round of 68. Let's see, right? Don't you want to see who's
I'd be okay
better,
with that.
the 31-1 team or the 16-16 team or whatever
I'm
they
good
are?
with that, but
like
I struggle with that because you're 31-1 and you're not automatically in the round of 64 is just a little bonkers to me.
And to me, the thing that's bonkers isn't that because their resume is good, but there's teams in Division 2 and Division 3 that are undefeated and played well, but we're not going to put them in the Division 1
But
tournament.
they played against Division 1 teams. They played,
Right, but my point is, if there's no mechanism to force teams to play against Miami, it's not fair to Miami.
Sure.
Right? Like Miami, Ohio, they have a terrible, terrible strength of schedule.
They do.
It's not there. Was it 264th?
Marquette ranks better in Ken Palm than Miami.
Yeah, Marquette.
So I
Marquette has
understand the
a
knocks,
better
but
mathematical team
it reminds
than
me
this
of-
team, but it's they
a
deserve.
loss by 4 would just be egregious.
They deserve their chance to have played against more teams during this season, and
reminds
that's
me-
silliness. That and we saw it with with Milwaukee when Bruce Pearl had the Panthers playing well, where teams just didn't want to play them. There's no upside to playing a team like Milwaukee. There have to be mechanisms in place that allow these mid-major teams to schedule better games.
So you would agree it's a little bit reminiscent of when it was a 4-team playoff in college football and UCF went undefeated. Remember they claimed they were the national champion. I think they actually beat Auburn in their bowl game.
I'm
ironically,
saying James Madison, I wasn't that interested to see how they'd play against Oregon this year because I didn't think they could compete. And ultimately, they scored some points, but they didn't really, right? Like the 11 and 12 seeds in the CFP, right? The other game was 41-10. You want to know if teams can compete, and it's unfair to Miami, Ohio, that they didn't get the opportunity to do that.
Basketball's so different.
By the way,
it's a little apples to oranges.
By the way, if they get run out of the building in an NCAA tournament game, like if they end up as an 11 seed, let's say, or a 12 seed, and they play a 5 and they lose and get blown out or lose by 18, I think it's a little unfair to Miami, Ohio, that they didn't have the opportunity through their whole 30-plus games to get to play a team of that level.
Some of
that
that
the
is
first
actually
time
their own fault, though. I don't think people just said we're not going to schedule you.
I mean, they produced the emails of them asking everyone to play and
So they
everyone
said-
denying them.
So everybody denied them.
Wisconsin and Marquette were on the list of people who denied them apparently. But my point is, I've heard coaches say, you need to you can't see things for the first time in the tournament and expect to win. Now we've seen Harvard and teams disprove that, right? Princeton almost beat Georgetown.
Wichita State several years ago,
right?
UMBC,
Lehigh beating Duke with C.J. McCollum. Shout out C.J. McCollum with
I've had Duke going far that
30
year.
with 30 yesterday against the Bucks.
He was a great college player.
Has anyone played against the Bucks more in a regular season than C.J. McCollum this year? I think he's now played 6 games against the Bucks.
Really?
Yeah, because on the Wizards and now the Hawks. It's crazy. But I would have liked to see Miami of Ohio be better prepared for the tournament, even if they came in at 28-3 because they lost to some better teams. I think they're at a disadvantage when no one will play you.
Regardless,
because and that's why I think Auburn will beat them if they play.
So if you're on the committee, you have them as a round of 68 team, or you have them as a round of 64 team?
I don't know. I don't know this stuff well. What I'm looking here.
Are they in a first 4 game? Or are they
I'm
not?
looking at I'm looking at Joe Lunardi's bracketology, and it has them in the last four in.
Yep.
So if you're the last four in, I feel like that's what that is designed for, right?
That implies they would be a round of 68.
Now, Auburn is the second team out behind Oklahoma.
They don't deserve to be out.
Behind Oklahoma, who I just mentioned also. So both of those teams, if they end up out, come from a really competitive SEC, and they have Texas as a last four in, and Missouri as a last four in. So my point is, I don't see any reason why. What makes 68 so magical?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by what makes it magical?
Why 64 makes sense?
Yeah, 68's more, I think it's an optics thing.
64.
You could do this Auburn, Miami of Ohio thing, and you're going to get eyes. It's a money thing.
I'm going to say it's all about money.
Yeah, but to me, then just take it to 96.
Well, no, that'd be ridiculous. Do you really want to see Marquette playing in March?
Marquette wouldn't have made it.
Marquette wouldn't have made it, but no,
You want to see UW Green Bay playing?
They're not making it either. No, I know you only know teams in Wisconsin, but no, there's a bunch of other teams.
I'm trying to use local examples.
Yes, there's other teams that would make it, and at that point, right? So then your top 32 have earned a bye, and 33, the first round, all of those teams are playing to advance. Or you could have. Yeah, or you could.
Are you actually advocating for 96?
Yeah, I think. I mean, why not? What's the downside of it? More madness.
Yeah, maybe it produces that. I think you're producing more blowouts because
diluting the pool.
I think that's where the college football playoff has gone awry. I mean,
no. But
I know
again,
it's brand new.
We're not talking about blowouts because I'm saying
I think we are.
No,
if
I'm
we go
saying
to 96.
if you give the top 32 the bye, that first round isn't going to be that different than the first round is today. And
the teams are worse though, and you're just delaying the inevitable of actual good games.
But I'm saying Team 96 is not that different than Team 62.
Oh, I think it is.
No, I mean these teams play each other all the time in the Big 12 and the SEC. You're just putting more of these teams these conferences are becoming powerhouse conferences.
So I'm trying to think of Big 10. Who would be near 96? I guess maybe an Oregon. Maybe a Maryland.
Yeah,
I don't really care to see them against who would be Team 32 off the top of my head. I don't know.
You wouldn't if it's a close, exciting game. How's that different than what the other first round games that you're going to watch?
It's less sizzle, and
I mean to me,
I wouldn't be. I guess I wouldn't be terribly upset, but I think
is Indiana going to get in?
Yeah, they will.
At 9 and 11.
I think so.
So at 9 and 11 in the conference, they're going to get in.
Oh, maybe they don't. I guess I
didn't think
I haven't looked at bracketology.
They're
in a while.
15. They're 18 and 14 overall. They're 9 and 11
What'd they
in
do
the
in the
conference.
tournament? Who'd they lose to?
They
off the top of our head.
They lost to Northwestern.
Oh, yeah, they're out.
Yeah, after losing to Ohio State the game before.
They're out.
Right. So I'm saying the point is, but they'd be fun to watch. I thought, when the Badgers lost to them, I'd want another crack at them if I'm Wisconsin.
You and I both know that was a referee game.
That was I'd never blame referees.
I know you don't.
That was
and you came in that next day.
That was
refs.
a referee game.
Yeah, messed us up a little bit. But Wisconsin, this has got to be the greatest Wisconsin basketball team not to be consistently ranked throughout the season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
they have.
They
have
couldn't
been
buy a
giant
ranking.
killers.
I agree.
No, they're giant killers this year, but it is a lack of consistency. But I mean,
what
they
a
are
heartbreaker yesterday. Great game.
But that's the thing is what a heartbreaker. They literally, this is the second time they played Michigan, and they're probably the team in the country.
They can hang with anybody. I mean, they're down 11, and then Austin Rapp decides he's just going to single-handedly take over the game, go on a 15-2 run by himself.
I don't think
this without
Kyle,
Nolan Winter is what
when you're saying inconsistent, I think they won 70% of their Big Ten games.
Yeah, but they were inconsistent. The USC lost.
I know,
Indiana lost. The Ohio State blowout.
You just said the Indiana loss was they played well in that game, and they won that game.
We can remove that.
Yeah,
but the Ohio State loss, for example, a couple weeks ago, where they go to Columbus and they lose by 20. Whatever it was, 19, 20 points.
But I'm saying then they're. I mean, with the Indiana game, they're then 15 and 5 in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
the one thing that scares me about Wisconsin is they have consistently, and you saw it a lot this week in the Big Ten tournament, slow starts in the second half, and then they turn it up right around that under 12 timeout. And those last 12 minutes, they are on fire. They have debatably the best 1-2 punch in a backcourt in the country with Nick Boyd and John Blackwell. So that's that, and anybody can step up at any moment. Yesterday it was Austin Rapp. We've seen Nolan Winter have moments. We've seen AB, Ben Bruss, Lithuanian brother, have moments. We've seen so many things from this team where it's just anybody can become the shining star.
And Wisconsin went to Michigan and won, right? Like I'm saying, is they're not.
They've gone to Illinois.
No, but I'm saying how many better wins in all of college basketball were there this year?
That's
right,
what
like
I'm
Duke,
saying.
Like Duke beat Michigan. That was on a neutral site, right? That was a neutral
That
court.
was a great game. Houston and Arizona have had some epic battles.
I know, but I'm saying to go to that road win at Michigan
is huge.
It's the best win in the country.
It's basically close to as good as any win, right? You could argue it. You could argue it's as good as any win.
I don't know that it's an argument.
But no,
I think you're right.
But then to back it up in the Big Ten semifinals like they did yesterday, to go toe-to-toe with a team, and that's impressive as well. So that's why I think the Wisconsin Badgers, this team is one of the best Badger teams we have seen to not be ranked consistently throughout the season.
I mean, I think what they did yesterday and against Illinois, right? Like
that was tough, gritty.
That validated the win at Michigan, right? Like it showed, hey, that wasn't a fluke. That wasn't Michigan was sleeping on them. Like they played them equally, and that game we all thought was going to overtime, right? Michigan and Wisconsin. So. I mean,
this year the guard play is going to, as Stroff said, the guard play is going to get them to the Sweet 16.
Yeah, they're going to get back. I'm with you.
Nick Boyd, though it seemed yesterday it might have been a little tired, but Nick Boyd, with the ability that he has, and John Blackwell, where those guys can literally both can go for 25 plus when they need to score. Those guys can
they make their free throws.
Does the seed matter to you, Kyle? If they're a 6 seed versus a 5.
I'm always scared.
So
they're
a 5. They're a 5 right now. If you look at bracketology.
I think they're either the last 5 or the first 6. Yeah. That's likely what they'll wind up.
No, they have to take care of business. That's the most important thing is they have to be locked in and take care of business.
It's all matchups in the tournament, right?
But what would be a terrible matchup for them? Some team with a lot of bigs?
Iowa State would be a terrible matchup, but I think they're out of that.
3-6. Yeah,
I think they're out of that now.
But I'm just talking about in the first round because we got to get past the first round. In the second round, I mean, I think they're good enough. Especially they rise to the occasion against good teams. That's what I love about this team is that no moment is too big.
I'm saying so if they end up in that 5 spot,
you said Lenardi has them as a 5.
Yeah, if they end up there, I think
like an Alabama would scare me.
He has them as a 5 in the West.
They're so inconsistent.
But the thing is, that means you're looking at if they were to go to the Sweet 16, playing a 1 seed. And this is a Wisconsin team that I don't think is going to be afraid to play whoever they play right now. So, by the way, right now they have High Point in the first round in Portland, and then Alabama as the 4 seed in the second round.
Okay, and then who's the 1 seed in the region?
And the 1 seed in that region would be Arizona.
I think they could beat Arizona. Arizona's the best rebounding team in the country, but they can't shoot the 3 ball.
Last year, Wisconsin smacked Arizona when they played.
Yeah, but it's NIL, Craig. It's the rosters were so different.
Right. This year, Arizona smacked them, right?
Yep.
Early in the season.
Yeah, but that was a different Wisconsin team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. This Wisconsin team is very different than the team that
they found themselves, which is really important.
Oh wait, did they not play Arizona?
I don't think they played them. This
okay,
year.
was
they
that?
Lost to Villanova.
No, it was the BYU game that I was thinking earlier this year.
Smoked them.
That's who smoked them this year.
BYU beat the snot out of them
after they got them in the tournament last year, right?
And I don't think they beat BYU this year either.
Yeah, 98-70.
Yeah, they got
was that early?
That was probably the worst game of the year.
I want to stay away from them.
But last year they beat Arizona. So I mean, I know it's almost the whole new team.
Nick Boyd wasn't on this team, and he's the heartbeat of this team, right? And Braden Carrington was on this
John
team.
Tanji probably had 40 in that game.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
He just did that
All right.
casually.
We will get back to the Packers as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Elevate your home field advantage by designing it around the way you actually live. Mike Wood here from Callan. What if your home perfectly fit your lifestyle? For 40 years, Callan has helped homeowners like you transform your living spaces from energy-efficient windows and doors to beautiful kitchens and spa-worthy bathrooms, featuring superior quality and craftsmanship you can see and feel for years to come. We start by listening and end with a home you truly love. Request your consultation today at callcallan.com and click the green button. Callan. Design, build, live.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
At Associated Bank, we get life gets complicated. So banking, it should be easy to get. That's why our tools speak your language. Automated savings, it's saving automatically for anything. Digital controls, you lose your card, you're still in control. Turn it off, then on, all on the app. And Money Monitor, you know where your money goes, like those long forgotten subscriptions. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You got to go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org.
Ben Brust here, and let's cut the crap. I've been sold a lie with sportswear, too. You pay a fortune for big-name gear, a fancy logo, a slogan, and it still stinks. Iron Jock doesn't play that game. Silver ion technology is woven into every thread, killing 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria. And now, through March 22nd, our listeners can get 40% off all Iron Jock hoodies with the code HOODIE40. That's HOODIE 40. Shop now at ironjock.com. That's ironjoc.com.
Look around your office. Does it look like 1994 called and wants its lobby back?
Most brands just show up, often amongst outdated decor.
At Captivate Exhibits, ordinary space is the enemy. Beige walls, faded graphics, that motivational poster no one reads.
That's not culture, that's camouflage.
Captivate designs and build spaces that don't whisper, they speak. They spark conversations. People lean in.
Stop blending in and start captivating today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
It doesn't get any headlines, just to be silently good. Big Fish Contracting, we say renovating homes, redeeming an industry.
It's so much more than just, okay, we're replacing your roof.
We're not only educating homeowners, but we're getting to know them and allowing them an opportunity to get to know us. And there's just such beauty in it, you know? If anyone is considering reaching out to us,
or you can check us out on our website, bigfishcontracting.com.
Hi, this is Leanne Womack. I fell in love with country music as a child listening to my dad spin records at a radio station. I always dreamed of hearing my own songs on the radio. I set a goal and achieved it. You can do anything if you set your mind to it. Never let anyone tell you it's impossible. So if you have the chance to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance.
This message brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
The results speak for themselves, and either you're going to jump on board or you're going to find out why they are who they are.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. To Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Two of the last 3 days, you can maybe figure out which one based on weather. I was out there getting some shots up. It's going to be pretty tough to do it outside in the next few days, but when you have a basketball court, it is so fun. A basketball hoop on your driveway, and if you're going to do it with our good friends at Precision Sports. Local right here in southeastern Wisconsin, and they specialize in basketball hoops and even custom home courts. I've worked with them multiple times. I think 3 times at this point. I've worked with them at different houses and different systems. They work with all the best companies, but like if you're going to do something at your house, you want to do it right. You want to understand what you need based on your specific situation, how old the kids are, how old is it you who's playing more, is it the kids playing more, what you're going to do. Amazing communication. The final product is so good. I've had them help with figuring out what surface to use, how to paint the lines on the court, when you want the lines painted. It is so great. If you're thinking about having a basketball hoop at the house, this is the time to do it, right? The weather's about to get nice. I'd absolutely tell you got to work with Precision Sports. Go to precisionsportsonline.com. That is precisionsportsonline.com. You're getting an extra bonus week of snow to give you time to get your court ready for hoop season, and maybe your jumper will be 75% as good as mine. precisionsportsonline.com. Kyle's jumper looks so good when he doesn't have a ball.
Yes, sir.
Kyle, you never really hooped, right?
Yeah, he did.
I did play basketball in
you did?
high school. My
I didn't
freshman
know
year,
that.
I worked my way to be a starter, and then I tore my ACL, started my sophomore year, and I gave up my hoop dreams and just stuck to football and did track and field. But I would have been a bench player on varsity if I would have.
Craig, what's the best part of your game? Is it your jumper?
No, I don't even leave the feet. I think it's just my overall court awareness and
Sure, IQ.
I told you who I emulated my game after, right?
Oh boy.
Dennis Rodman?
Dennis Rodman.
There you go.
That's who I did. Rebounds and defense, baby. Let them legs flail everywhere. Elbows left and right, baby. Move.
So, Kyle, just get back on the Packers thing. You, I think, like me, you were sitting there in Denver with the Packers about to win and not lock up, but, be close to locking up the number 1 seed going into the postseason. And I think you and I both see that, this is going to be a really, really difficult NFC North. And so there's no guarantees of winning the division or anything like that. But if a healthy Green Bay Packers team gets to the postseason, they have as good a shot as anybody.
Yeah, that was my whole thing that I look at last year is that clearly the Green Bay Packers, and if you look at the betting odds, they were one of the favorites in the NFC at that point. And in the first half of that game, there was some resiliency that they showed. Now, it came out in the second half, scored a touchdown right away, and then Zach Tom and Micah Parsons and the Christian Watson interception is what changed everything, because after that, then Michael goes down and just everything falls apart. But if we look at that, again, we can't predict what the future is. But when you're talking about bringing an all-pro back in Micah Parsons on the defense, when you're talking about bringing somebody back in Devontae Wyatt, who was your second best defensive lineman last year, you're talking about, I know Jason said he doesn't know if Zach Tom's going to come back, but Tucker Kraft, who arguably probably would have been an all-pro if he would have continued at the rate he was, those are 3 of the top 5 players that you have on your football team that you didn't have. And guess what? Your team still had an opportunity, was in a position where they should have beat the Chicago Bears. So when I look at what the Packers have
should have beat them twice.
Yes. And so when I look at what the Green Bay Packers have coming back, it gets me excited because those are impact players. When I look at what they brought in, it's not just about the talent level, because Quay Walker and Zaire Franklin, probably same level of talent, different skill sets, but same level of talent. But the thing that Zaire Franklin brings is he actually brings the ability to be a leader of the defense in the middle. That is something that you absolutely need. When you bring in a Javon Hargrave, you're bringing in somebody who's been there, done that. He's gotten multiple. You know what he did that Rashawn Gary couldn't do from a different position? Get more than 10 sacks, double-digit sacks in the season, and he did it from the defensive tackle position. And he came here because he wanted to be with Jonathan Gannon. So he saw this as an opportunity for him to continue to be successful. So for me, when I look at this roster, yes, the offensive line has question marks, but I think the defense did get better. And I know people say, oh, St. Juice, you're saying his name a lot. Well, again, we don't know 100% what he's going to be.
You're so big on this guy for being a depth corner.
But if he can come in and be as good as he was last year for the Chargers, because the Green Bay Packers may play a little bit more zone defense this year, then that is a plus for the Packers. Because if he's better than what Nate Hobbs is, if he's as good or better than Carrington Valentine, guess what? The Packers' defense is better. And so my whole point when I look at this season, I'm very optimistic for the Packers simply because of look who they have coming back off of injury, and then look at the veteran pieces that the Packers haven't done in years. Jason Joyner said, what happened to Goody? Where did you do with my old Goody? This is why I'm confident that the Green Bay Packers are going to be a top team in the NFC and NFC North next season simply because of who they have coming back.
Listen to these odds right now I'm going to give you. What do you think the Vikings odds are to win the Super Bowl?
To win the Super Bowl, plus 10,000.
Plus 5,000.
I went too high.
So that's 50 to 1.
Kyler probably helped.
50 to 1.
So they are 50 to 1. What do you think the Bears are?
Bears are probably what,
25 to 1?
31?
20 to 1.
Oh, okay.
What do you think the Lions are?
You
7
to
Bears,
1. I'm sorry, Bears were 20 to 1?
Bears are 20 to 1.
So 11 to 1?
10 to higher than that, 12 to 1.
15 to 1.
Oh, so that means the
Packers are 12 to 1.
No way.
Packers are 14 to 1.
Oh, so they're just ahead of the Lions.
So the Lions are projected to win the division, though, aren't they?
No, that sounds like the Packers are projected to win the division.
So that is the Super Bowl. So now we go to the division. Vikings to win the division are 6 to 1. Bears to win the division, plus what?
So the Packers are third?
The Vikings are 6-1. Bears are 3.25 to 1, so they're plus.
I didn't know they
plus
did
3.25. No, so it's plus 325. Plus 325. Packers are plus 185, and the Lions are plus 160.
Mm-hmm.
So the Lions are favored to win the division
because their schedule, but
the Packers are favored ahead of the Lions to go to the Super Bowl, right? So there you got the schedule, which is interesting. So the Bears are third there, and they're third to win the Super Bowl, but they're bunched way closer.
They are.
Yeah, they're bunched way, way, way closer in Super Bowl odds than they are in the division odds, where the Packers and Lions are far ahead of the Bears when you look at the odds to win the division.
I'm just shocked that Jordan Love played, how well he played in that playoff game. I'm shocked that more people aren't thinking like this is going to be the year that he has a legitimate shot to win the MVP. Because against Denver at that point, everybody was talking about, okay, well, maybe he's going to emerge in this MVP conversation. The team's on a 4-game winning streak. And so that's why I'm just so confused of why people are so down on the Packers as if they don't have weapons,
Of
man.
every single player in the NFL, where do you think Jordan Love ranks in the odds to win the MVP?
Number 8.
Number 7.
Very fast.
There it is.
Do you think that is better or worse than where Caleb Williams ranks?
It should be slightly better.
It should be
slightly better.
Caleb Williams is 9th.
Yeah. So it should
and
be.
again, the Bears have a tougher schedule, right? Because the Bears had first place. So Bears aren't expected to win the division because of their schedule. So, Caleb and Jordan are pretty close.
Who's the best quarterback?
Caleb 15-1, Jordan Love 13-1. Wait, where's my guy? Where is my guy?
Who's this guy?
Kyler 20-1, 50-1.
No.
What is Kyler?
That's what I'm looking for.
What is Kyler?
I'm looking for my guy Kyler.
See, I love this about Craig because him and I are both stubborn Kyler Murray believers.
Kyler Murray is 60-1, right? Tied with Jackson Dart for MVP.
So you're not giving up your Kyler Murray stock yet?
So C.J. Stroud, Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, and Kyler Murray are all 60-1.
You're not selling your
By the
Kyler
way,
Murray stock?
ahead of Daniel Jones, who I feel like when he got hurt was the MVP,
He was.
right?
I would say he was right there.
I'm sorry. You said he was the. Stop it.
Did you see how
When
much
he got hurt?
How much
He wasn't
was.
MVP. He
Yes, he was.
No.
When he got hurt the first time, they were like 8-2. He was
I
like
think they were
rocking
better
it.
than that. I think they were like 7-1, 8-1.
He wasn't leading.
Yes, he was,
No,
Kyle.
he wasn't winning.
You don't have a memory, apparently.
He wasn't winning MVP. He was playing well, but he wasn't winning. MVP.
But he had the best odds.
He wasn't winning MVP. I'm telling you this right now. He wasn't.
I don't know that he was ever
winning.
I don't know that he was ever the statistical favorite.
I think he was.
But he was right. He was close. He was close. All right. We will have your Palermo's picks as we continue. It's Sunday Karma, ESPN right now. Oh, my opportunity to talk about Gruber Law Offices, which is always an honor to me because it is an organization and a family that I respect like none other because of the impact they have made on this community. Gruber Law Offices, over 35 plus years now, has been helping tens of thousands of Wisconsinites. You only pay them if you win. And the thing is, nobody ever wakes up and like, I want to work with Gruber Law Offices today. But when you're injured, when you're in that spot, when you don't know who to turn to, when you're dealing with something you never planned to deal with, it's great to have a team behind you of people who know what to do, who can take that stress and that pressure off you. And that is why one call, that's all, is a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. So if you're ever injured, remember, it's one call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Heck yeah! It's ESPN Wisconsin's Alex Stroh for my friends at Robert Hack Diamonds. Listen, when it came to buying an engagement ring for my now fiance, I had no idea what I was doing, which is why I went to the team at Robert Hack. I heard her say words like radiant cut and solitaire. But to be real honest, I didn't really know what that meant. So I wrote it down, I brought it to the team at Robert Hack Diamonds in Greenfield, and they knocked it out of the park. It's true, if you've never been through this process before, the team at Robert Hack are absolute experts. 3 locations in the Milwaukee area, 1 in Greenfield, Brookfield South, and Brookfield North. If you're looking to take the next step like I did, and your girlfriend maybe is posting things on her Pinterest page or is showing you pictures, bring it into Robert Hack. They'll do their best to duplicate a dream ring for her, just like they did for my fiance. Moral of the story, if you are like me and you want to start, you just don't really know where, the answer's clear. Visit one of the 3 Robert Hack locations in the Milwaukee area. Just like me, at the end, you'll say, "Hack yeah," with Robert Hack Diamonds. And RobertHackDiamonds.com, that's RobertHackDiamonds.com.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Looking up at the Marquette banners, brought to you by Saganiac Planning. Number 31, Bo Ellis, and number 31, Doc Rivers, both retired. How can that be? Ellis, part of the 77 National Championship team, had number 31 retired, but not until 92. So Doc Rivers got to wear number 31 when he was an All-American in the 80s. He got 31 retired in 2004. It's all good. Doc Rivers, Bo Ellis, certainly 2 of the greatest in Marquette history, and the 2 greatest, number 31. For more than 40 years, Network Health has been the trusted experts in health plans. Just like you, they're honest, hardworking, and grateful to call Wisconsin home. Whether you're seeking coverage for yourself, your family, or your employees, Network Health has you covered with a range of options, including individual and family marketplace plans, employer plans, and Medicare Advantage plans. Call Steve Llewellyn, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. 262-783-6161. Saganiac Planning, a name synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
I'm Coach Greg Gard. Building a winning team takes more than talent. It takes preparation, strategy, and the right partners. The same is true for building a successful business. That's why I'm proud to work with Bank CMG. They understand what Wisconsin business owners need. Smart banking solutions, local decision making, and a partner who is invested in your success, not just in your account balance. Whether you're looking to finance equipment, manage cash flow, or expand your operations, Bank CMG has the experience and flexibility to help you grow. They're not a big national bank where you're just another number. They're a community bank where you talk to real people who understand your business and your market. I've spent my career building teams. Bank CMG helps Wisconsin businesses build theirs. If you're ready to work with a bank that gets it, visit bankcmg.com/business. Let's build something great together.
Bank CMG is an equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Hey, this is Tanay Santalucumpo. Download the new ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. It's that time.
Yes, it's finally here.
Craig makes his picks of the week.
You can bet the house on it.
Picks of the week on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin. Presented by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Oh, baby, it is a big one at Fiserv Forum, my pick of the week. Hey, it says here, by the way, on Vivid Seats, that you can get tickets as low as $9 to see the Bucks and the Pacers today. A lot of people have never gotten to go to an NBA game, including fees, $10.
Oh, wow. Maybe I should wait. My little cousin wants to go to the Dallas Mavericks game, and I'm going to buy him tickets.
Dude, you can get, including fees, $10, $12, $13. It is, it's a great opportunity to go and see the best players in the world do what they do in the state of Wisconsin. That is 2:30 today, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers. Your pick of the week brought to you by Palermo's. Oh, Harper had the friends over last night. Pizza. It is the great unifier, and to have Palermo's in this state is incredible. Kyle, you're still screaming Sicilian guy?
Sure am. I had my leftovers from my barbecue chicken.
You love that style, man.
I do, and I had.
You're like me with the pepperoni Detroit style.
Mambo Italiano.
It always ends up Bessie's Revenge is still not the girl's not as adventurous on the toppings.
Sure,
but Urban Pie, Connie's, Stranger Things. Amazing that whatever you're going to eat in terms of the pizza, Palermo's has you covered. Big thanks to everyone for being a part of it today, including Jason Wilde, who joined us. Stay healthy, stay together, survive today, thrive tomorrow. Don't settle. You have been listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin. Enjoy March Madness. Check out David Gruber and me tomorrow at noon, Potawatomi, for our bracket breakdown. Kyle, send us out.
Peace.
This is ESPN Wisconsin and ESPNWisconsin.com.
1896, Horicon Bank first opened its doors. Wisconsin wasn't even 50 years old.
We've maintained our roots over the years and yet expanded. We empower our people